Hello, welcome to Soulprint Intuitive Tarot. You are going to be seeing this video on November 15th, but I'm recording it the afternoon of the 14th. So there's a couple questions that I'm going to be asking that even by the end of the day, we may know the end of today, Thursday, we might know the results, but I do not know them now. So what I thought I would do today, because, sometimes it just gets to the point where you just have a bunch of like yes, no questions, like just never mind the details, never mind, I just want yes or no's. So I have pulled out my pendulum. Now, I do this cautiously because the last time I used my pendulum, I got a flood of people who did not understand how the pendulum works, who were making accusations that were just not very polite. However, I have great confidence in my viewers and my subscribers. So I'm just going to explain a few things. When you're using a pendulum and it is still like this, right? And then you ask it a question and the pendulum starts moving. If you watch, my hands are very still asking the question. Once the pendulum starts moving, and my question for the pendulum is, show me yes. So you see as this thing started to move, that my hand is moving. That's because the force of the pendulum moving back and the energy is what creates that look as if I'm somehow manipulating the pendulum. It is just simply not what's going on, okay? It's just as simple as that. The hand is very still, and then when the pendulum starts moving, when it picks up enough speed, right, your hand is reacting to the speed and the motion and the energy. So we know that back and forth like this is yes. Okay. Would you please show my viewers no? And you can see it's traveling in kind of a circle. Okay. A nice clear circle. There's something else that the pendulum does that's really kind of cool, is show me what happens when there is an unknown, when the answer is simply unknown at this point. And you see what happens? It just goes incredibly still. So let's get started. I don't think this video is going to be, long. But so I just have my handy dandy list, and we're just going to go through some of my questions. I hope you enjoy this. All right. First question. Let's start with the big one. Is Trump going to be in office during the next United States election? So in November of 2020, when Americans head to the polls, is Trump still going to be sitting in the office of United States President? No. Okay. Is Trump removed from office by the Senate? No. Does Trump leave and give the appearance that he is leaving of his own accord, like it's his idea? Is that how Trump ends up leaving office early? Okay, so that's a yes. Is he going to be confronted by his senators at some point and basically told you need to leave now? And that is a yes. Yay! Okay. Is Pence going to take over as president until the next elections? That's a yes. You should know, just aside, I have asked this pendulum these same basic questions over the last 2 days a few times. So far, the answers that you are seeing and witnessing are the exact same answers that I received privately. So it's like confirmation of the confirmation. Is Mitch McConnell, Senator from Kentucky, going to be reelected? Well, that's a big whopping no. Not going to happen. Okay. Is a Democrat going to win the presidency at the 2020 elections? Is a Democrat going to be the next president? That's a yes. Is the House vote going to be what triggers Trump leaving? Okay, that's a no. Are the hearings going to progress to the Senate? Okay, that's a yes. And is that from where he is going to be instructed that it is time for him to leave the White House? Okay, so that actually looks like perhaps maybe some of those senators might actually figure out where their spine went. Okay, stranger things have happened. Is Roger Stone going to be found guilty? As I speak right now, the jury is deliberating. Is Roger Stone going to be found guilty? Yes. Is Rick Gates going to be successful in minimizing or completely eliminating his jail time because of all the help and assistance he has given investigators? That's a big yes for Rick Gates. Is Mike Stone's current legal strategy, with the TV lawyers, is that going to be successful for him? That looks like a no. Is Pompeo going to continue as head of state until the next president takes over the office of presidency? So is he going to continue on even at the point where Trump may be gone? Okay, so that's a yes. So then the next question is Pompeo going to end up suffering any significant repercussions in his career going forward? Are there negative consequences coming to Pompeo as a result of his actions and behaviors as Secretary of State? Oh, yes, there appears to be some issues coming. Is Barr going to continue being head of the Department of Justice until the next president comes into power? So that's where you get that sort of, the energy hasn't It hasn't settled yet. The decision hasn't been made. Is Mulvaney still going to be acting whatever he is by Christmas? Is he still going to be in office? Is he going to be one of the people that gets thrown under the bus to try to keep the president protected? That's a yes. So, is he going to be unceremoniously fired by Trump? That's a no. So that's interesting. Let me think. Let us confirm that Trump is going to leave office of his own accord after being forced to by the Senate before the November 2020 elections take place. Okay. Is Trump still going to be in office as president in March of 2020? That's a no. Is he going to be in office on January 1st, 2020 as president? Oops, my finger's in the way there. Hang on here. Please show me the answer with regards to Trump being in office on January 1st, 2020. Will he be in office? That's a yes. So somewhere between January and March, we can expect him leaving. Are his children going to be in legal jeopardy as a result of things that have gone on while Donald Trump Sr. was in the White House? Let's start with Ivanka. Is she going to have some trouble as a result? It looks like she's going to. Jared Kushner, is he going to have legal trouble going forward with regards to things that have taken place? Well, okay, so that's a yes. How's good old Don Jr. doing? Is he going to be in trouble? Interesting. That's looking like a no. But it's turning counterclockwise, so that could be one that we're going to need to sort of revisit. And Eric. Is Eric going to face significant legal trouble going forward as a result of the Trump presidency? And that's a yes. So I have to say the Don Jr. thing is a wee little bit confusing, but you know we'll do this another time or two and continue to look at the answers. Is there going to be a black or brown female vice president on the ticket for Democrats? That's a yes. Is the United States going to quickly be able to correct the damage that has been done environmentally? No. With allies. Are allies going to, is that damage going to be quickly just swept under the rug? Well, it kind of looks like they're not sure yet how that's going to play out. I mean, certainly there's a broad range of allies, and, you know, different countries have different sort of attitudes. So we'll just leave that as an unknown. They're going to be able to fix sort of the divisiveness in the country. Is that something that's going to be a quick fix? Okay, that's a no. So then the next question is it something that can be fixed over a period of time with good leadership? Okay, and my final question is, are the American people going to kind of come together? Is there going to be a sense of cohesiveness about what kind of priorities the incoming president should have? Are they going to, because right now there just even seems to be sort of, well, we need somebody who's going to clean up this mess. Never mind the mess. We need somebody who's going to fix healthcare and education. Is that kind of going to come together in a way that kind of gets the country pulling, at least with the majority, in the same direction? Are they going to come to understand the kind of president that they need, and with clarity to start fixing this stuff? Okay, so that looks like there's going to be clarity. I suspect, and I think I said this before in a reading, that as things continue to unfold, the damage that has been done is going to become so much more prevalent. It's going to become more obvious. And so people who don't think that there's a lot of things that actually need to be fixed are going to come to recognize that, oh yeah, there's a lot, and it's not going to be everything by executive order and you know, turn it all around. It's not going to work that way. So there is a process. At the point in time where Trump decides to leave office, is there going to be enough time for him to issue pardons for the Manaforts, the Stones, the Flynns? Or is he going to be able to issue a bunch of blanket sort of pardons before he leaves office? And that is a no. And I think my last question is going to be, is Pence, in his role as president, going to pardon Trump for things that he has done that are illegal while he was in office, or any other previous crimes? Are Donald Trump's taxes going to be released? Is he ultimately going to lose that court case? Or is it going to be a moot point because he won't be in office? There we go. So that's a yes. So we're not going to see them anytime really soon. And at some point, he's going to be out of office, sort of, I think, before the taxes come out. Is Donald Trump and the Trump family likely to experience significant loss of brand? Yes. Is that something that they are going to be able to recover, sort of in the foreseeable future? Yeah, once it's gone, it's gone. Oh, I have another question that just came to mind. So that was a no. They're not going to be able to recover. Are we going to see Fox News slowly stepping away from the Trump love fest that they have been engaged in for the last 3 years, literally over the next 2 or 3 months, as things continue to get worse for Trump? Is the station as a whole, the organization as a whole, Fox News, which isn't news, are we going to see a pulling back of their support for Trump? And that looks like a big yes too. Okay, I think that's it for now. So I hope you've enjoyed this. It's kind of a fun thing to do every once in a while. I really, sometimes you get great clarity with just yes, no, or we don't know yet. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope that I have cleared up any confusion that may exist out there in terms of hand movement and momentum. It serves no purpose for me to manipulate this in any way. It just serves no purpose. And energetically, the pendulum then sort of almost like loses its effectiveness. So we honor the crystals and we don't manipulate them. For all of you who have joined me, who like, subscribe, do all the amazing things you do, I am so thankful. I really appreciate it. So you're going to be seeing this Friday morning. Enjoy the testimony today. That's going to be coming out. That's that Ambassador Yovanovich. I think I'm saying that close to right. And the hearings continue next week, so there's going to be a lot to process, and I suspect there's going to be a significant amount of popcorn eaten. Take care, everyone. Until next time, be well. Bye-bye.